All right, last break of the night. Contenders football number 9. Be back tomorrow with a ton of baseball. Just a quick Thursday night. There's your teams. Yeah. I like Fongo's bright side. It's like the first 7 are all just crappy ones, and the 8th are... Whoa! All right, settle in for some 10s. Everybody who downloads the Panini app gets 10 free packs. I don't think there's a special code or anything. T.Y. Hilton to 175.
Yeah, the code's the same on every box.
Yeah, it's just like a download the app code. Oops. Yeah. Contenders. The case was like this. The first box, like there's no autos forever.
Mm-hmm.
Start with Armani Watts variation. That's Flo Jacko. Flo Jacko. Flo like the TV show? Yeah, we didn't get it again. Who are the other not obvious guys that have been selling well? I haven't been looking. I know those 2 defensive, the Colts and Chargers guys. Shaquem Griffin. I wonder how he's selling. AJ. I don't know if we've had any. No, we had.
I think we have.
At the premiere, I think I might have gotten. Or not premiere, the roundup. Oh no, here he comes. Josh Sweat. Double canopy. No one. No one's gonna be like the next generation breaker. Like he's been trained since he was a little kid. All the different.
It's like Klay Thompson.
Yeah.
His dad was good, but what do you see this?
Newsome. Each end's Chargers. Redemption for Cortland Sutton. Playoff ticket. Tiny Tim, your Denver Broncos. Nolan starts breaking. He's like running randoms while still breaking. Like the next break's just already happening. He opens the last pack and the next case is already there, ready to go. Doing all these things that we never thought were possible. Everybody gets the Yankees in every break somehow, and no one's breaking. How did he do it?
How does he do it?
Yeah, he might be. You know what's weird? After, did I tell you? Yeah, I think I told you. After like, when I first started breaking, every other week I would get someone emailing me asking me how to do breaks and that they want to do breaks and all this stuff. Mariota to 99. Buccaneers. And then like for a couple years it stopped. I don't know if everyone realized like, oh, there's too many friggin' breakers. Or they're like, I'll just figure it out myself. Since I could watch anything. But the last couple weeks, I don't know what it is. There's been a rash of people wanting to be breakers emailing me again. It's always a weird thing because it's like, you want me to tell you how to become part of my competition? I don't.
Yeah, it's not like there's this like huge market of like they would never touch my guys. Like,
yeah, I'm not.
Know, like,
it's not really that I'd be worried about that. It's just weird.
Yeah.
McFadden for the Niners. Mike, also, what is there to not... What is it that you're not seeing about how this works? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I guess, like, I wouldn't know, like, what kind of camera I should get and what, you know, like that kind of stuff, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. But, like, I didn't know that either. I just got stuff.
Yeah.
Why don't you just get stuff? Anthony Averett. Kuna Mankata. Why are you responding? I don't really get mad about it or anything. I just go, I don't know what. It's partly like I don't know what to say. And it's hard to explain. Cam Sims. Stoney. I don't really know what to say. I would either have to do what I did with Jules and like
teach him everything.
Tell him everything. Yeah, like, okay, I'm going to make you into a breaker. Here's every single thing I do. Yeah, I'm not going to email someone and say, like, you're not going to be able to do this. You're not me. I'm just so good. I'm so awesome. You don't even dream. Tiny Tim, your bills. Tremaine Edmonds. Yeah, this is the last break of the night. I'm just doing a quick Thursday. Gearing up for a big Friday, hopefully. Shipping is a drop. Anything really helpful that I would be able to tell? Oh, Michael Gallup. We never get Michael Gallup.
No.
Seven Costanza. Michael Gallup. Anything useful I'd be able to say would be things that I wouldn't want to tell anybody, you know? Okay, oh, build this web. Let me tell you how to build this website that has all this stuff and who to talk to. I wouldn't tell you that. That's secrets.
He was doing this a long time before I came around.
Yeah. Yeah, Todd. Just Google Todd. I have a funny Todd story. I think he said I could tell you guys. I think he said, like, you should tell your guys or whatever. But apparently he was out for brunch on Sunday. Yeah, with his wife. and they like to go just usually to places they have like, you know, they have TVs there, like kind of bars or whatever. And the games were on, I guess. Oh, Anthony Miller. Kuna Mankata. And he was watching the games or whatever, and at one point it was the, you know, it was the Saints game. That penalty happened. It wasn't a penalty. He said like the entire place was all mad and yelling, and he didn't know why. And he was watching the replay because they showed. He's like, they showed this replay like 1,000 times of a guy like running into a guy, and he's like, I don't know why everyone was so mad. He's like, you can't run into guys in football, like they tackle each other. I don't understand. And then he said like he started seeing memes about it everywhere, and like he doesn't know football. He doesn't know the rules, you know. Anthony Averett, didn't we already have him? Kuna Mankata. And so he finally took the time to try to figure out, like, read the rules, and so he's like, now I know what pass interference means. And I was like, yeah, because if you could tackle a guy before he catches the ball, no one would ever catch a pass. There would literally be no complete passes.
Just be a wrestling match.
Yeah. Yeah. It's funny when you think about it. Like, if they allowed pass interference, no one would ever catch a pass.
Either
Brandon Powell.
You'd have receivers that were giant and strong trying to pull down defensive guys. And
yeah, it would be a different
open,
game.
You know,
yeah, it'd
like,
be a different game. Maybe it would be better. Yeah, I guess there would still be completions. It would just be really hard. But Todd was like, this is stuff I never would have even realized if I hadn't started working on your site 3 years ago or whatever it is. Vitavia. Coasty. Oh yeah, you guys haven't heard the origin story for a long time, huh? Yeah, Gronk. I was thinking the same thing. Gronk could still catch passes. 10 Gronks. 250 points. Well, since we have 1,000 boxes left, I'll do a quick abbreviated origin story because a lot of people have heard it 100 times. Brian's like, oh god, I gotta hear this again.
Yeah, I'm gonna step up.
Basically, all that happened out in Tate was I was looking on eBay for Dodgers cards because that's all I care about. And every time I would search for like Dodgers tops, I would see this thing that said like top or you know, group break Dodgers case whatever, and I was like, what is that? I don't know what that is. And then I read it, and I figured out like, oh, okay, I get buy the Dodgers, and then anything that's Dodgers I get in that case. And I was like, that's the best idea of all time. 'Cause that's all I want. Don't want any stinking Giants cards. And so I bought a couple breaks, like I tried out a couple breaks or whatever, and that time there was like nobody breaking. It was like the only one guy on eBay. And so I bought the Dodgers in like 2012 archives, I think it was. Zach Ertz to 99. And I got a Maury Wills autograph, and I was like, awesome. Yeah. And the video, like the actual break was the most boring, like frustrating thing to watch. The lighting was terrible, and like the guy was... Try to imagine this. Imagine the guy who was like so cocky. He acted like he was God's gift to cards. Can you imagine someone like that? And I was like, man, I could do better than that. Kind of like how all you guys feel. You're like, I could do better than this idiot. Jamal Adams.
Some of us have taken a friends close and enemies closer approach.
Yeah. And, yeah, so I was like, oh, I'm going to do that. And then I did it. Pretty much it. That's the abbreviated origin story.
It is kind of wild to me when I think about, like, you had to do all of that, and then I had to, like, randomly be looking for Star Wars breaks.
Yeah.
And then, like, 3 years later, I have this working for you.
Weird.
That's a weird thing that, like, both of those things had to happen.
Yeah, I've always had good computer skills. I used to build computers when I was, like, I don't know what to do with these.
Yeah.
Like, when we got our first home PC, I, like, took it all apart and put it all back together and tried to learn how it all worked, and I was totally into all that. And then, so I kind of knew some of that stuff. Kurt Bankert, a little German. My first break? I can't remember what my first break was. I think... I remember the first... Though the first breaks I remember were 2012 5-star baseball. And it was super exciting. And I just did teams on eBay. And so it didn't take long to fill. They just... whatever people bid on them or whatever. J.R. Alexander. AJ's Packers.
Do you remember really early on if you were like, oh yeah, I'm getting like good prices for these, or if you were like stressed out the whole time, or like barely making on eBay? You know?
One thing that stressed me out, so I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember thinking like, whoa, I did good or whatever. I just remember thinking like, I didn't lose money doing that.
Yeah.
And then I remember like having a couple people that bought a couple of my auctions, and you know, in the chat, like getting kind of knowing a couple customers after a few breaks and being like, oh, like they're coming back or whatever. He came back. And then Kerryon Johnson, Rookie of the Year Contenders. That's number to 10. T. Barry. I do remember pulling a Buster Posey World Series Champions inscribed autograph from 5-star and being like all like, oh my god. Josh Sweat number 2. Like, I remember being really nervous opening 5-star because it felt like the most amazing thing. I was so like, I was just, because I was buying like blasters at Walmart. That was a big step up. I don't know why I just went right to that. I think it was just the time of the year. There was like nothing else. There wasn't anything out at that time. It was just like the new release when I tried to do it. Trey Quinn.
How did you get it?
Stoney. Well, okay, so you want to hear the real origin story? Jeez, I gotta do the whole thing now?
Well, these are questions I don't know. You've never had someone asking.
Okay, so I was buying blasters at Walmart or Target of like 12 Bowman. And I was amazed there was even any autographs. They were all sticker autographs, but I thought they were all amazing. I was like, holy crap, prospects. Now I can learn if these guys are like ever going to be good and follow them. I never had any real idea about baseball prospects at all. Other than like when they were up as a rookie and I was like, oh, he played in the minors or whatever. So I was buying those, and then I like looked up distributors. I don't know how I got to the point of realizing that there was distributors. I don't know how that happened. Oh, I was buying at shop. I bought a couple boxes of Bowman at a shop, and then I got into like the hobby stuff. Malik Jefferson. Somehow I learned that there was a distributor in my town, you know. Mm-hmm. And I just called them or went out there and I was like, I wanted to buy like a case of Series 1 or something, or Update. It might have been Update, 12 Update. And so I was just doing that, like opening cases and selling on eBay, like sets and stuff. Rod Smith. And then this guy at that distributor, he's still there. David, I don't think you met him, but he was like, oh, a lot of people are doing these breaks or whatever. Like, you should look into it. And I was like, nah, I don't know what that is. Like, I don't know how to do it. And or, you know, maybe I bought those ones. I don't know. I can't remember how it all worked. Dorrance Armstrong championship ticket. But anyway, somehow he mentioned that, and then I I just started buying it from them. I was like, oh, I guess I'll try it on eBay. And I had pretty good eBay feedback from selling like a zillion singles and sets and stuff for a while. I don't know. I can't really remember the exact order. Oh, Rosen rookie roundup to 49, Mike. But pretty quickly you'll get sick of the now that you guys, when you guys after this video go and start your own breaks, the eBay fees are brutal.
Oh yeah.
And there's plenty of times where you're just at the mercy of what the auctions end at. And back then, a lot of products you're not even raising the cost of the case. Then you get all these fees taken out. But I do remember at one point they started taking down all my auctions. They were like, it was like a grab bag or whatever. And I was like, oh, cool, it's over. Well, that was fun. It's over now. But then I just emailed a bunch of people that were in my breaks, and I was like, I'm just going to make my own site because eBay's being squirrely. And then I used to do like, 1 or 2 breaks a night, like 2 times a week. Yeah, I think that was the hardest part, was getting people off of eBay onto my site. Because there's no, like...
No protection.
Yeah, people feel like eBay's much more, safe or whatever.
I think there's protection.
Philip Rivers.
There's PayPal, if you're taking PayPal.
Yeah, it's PayPal. Yeah, I was still working full-time when all that was going on. I didn't even go to part-time until... God, how did that work? I don't even remember. I was just really, really, really motivated. That's why when people ask me how to do breaks, I'm like, if you're asking that, it's not going to work. Like you have to be obsessed with it and work on it all the time. You have to have, you almost have to be the type of person where if someone told you how to do it, you'd be like, nah, I'm going to do it this way. Yeah. I already know how I'm going to do this, and I'll figure it out. Don't tell me what to do. Aaron Payne. Stoney.
Yeah, they're all the same. It's all under the same umbrella, eBay and PayPal.
Yeah. They are now. Yeah, they didn't used to be. It kind of took off. I remember going to, well, there's a lot to the story, but I started advertising. I was the first breaker advertising on Cardboard Connection, and I knew the owner guy, and we had a good relationship. And that ad, when I was like the only banner ad on Cardboard Connection, I got like a ton of site traffic. That was like the first big bump where I noticed like a lot more people coming in. Yeah. Kareem Hunt to 49. And then doing Heroes of Sport was probably the other big thing. Redemption. Derwin James, rookie cracked ice ticket variation. Echan, isn't that the Chargers, Derwin James?
So that must have been... Did I do it in January of 2016? Must have been 15.
So you were after I quit the first time?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Way after, I think.
Yeah, how did I come? Rashawn Evans. Buccaneers, your Titans. How did I hear about Heroes? Well, when I was kind of working with Cardboard Connection, I heard about that they had like a podcast. What the heck was that podcast? It's gone now. They had like it was more of a, it was like a card podcast, and they had the guy on there, the owner of Heroes, and I had listened to that every week because I was on it a couple times, and I just kind of liked the show or whatever. And then when the guy from Heroes was talking about the stuff, I was like, this actually sounds kind of fun, and I called him. And I was like, what's the deal? Like, how many do I have to buy, or what, all this stuff. And then DJ Reed, Mike. And then it was so good that like people came to the site just to do that, because I was like, I'd get like a ton of it of the whole run. And it's just like one of the only few places that you could get it. So that helped. Harrison Phillips. Tiny Tim. I think because back in the early days, like there was a lot of question about every breaker's credibility, even more than now. Like every breaker was assumed to be like a scammer back in those days.
And they were only right on like 3/4 of those guys.
Yeah. And so when I was doing Heroes, and it was like these crazy, just insane items, and that everyone always got their item, and there was never, I think it helped. Like no one was going to question me after that. It's like, all right, he's not stealing like these super expensive things. There's never been any weird things. All the randoms are normal, all that kind of stuff. Mark Walton. He tickled my son. Jason F. Why did I come back after I quit? Well, yeah, so things got so crazy in 13 or 14, I guess it was. 14? Things got crazy in 2014. It was like 10 times crazier than this. Because I had an open group, and it was like, you think it's bad now when people ask for more breaks at the end of the night? It was like never ending. And I was like working myself to death all the time, and then my son was just born, and he was screaming every night all night, and I was getting no sleep. My wife was super stressed out because she had a newborn and a 2-year-old or a 3-year-old. Oh, is that his brother? No, it's not his brother. Braxton Berrios playoff ticket variation. It was insane. And I didn't have an Omni or even an Emily. I had random people would come help here and there, but it was just, I was like waking up after 2 or 3 hours of sleep and working myself to death every day, all day, every day, forever. And the more breaks you're selling, the more you're having to pre-order. So you'd look, and I remember one night I was like, oh man, I can't keep this pace up. And then I looked, and I was like, oh, I have like 20 cases of every product that's coming out for the rest of the year pre-ordered. There's no way I can't stop. Yeah. This train will never stop. I just got super burnt out. Oh, Leighton Vander Esch playoff ticket. Mostly Ryan. Yeah, Ryan would come help. 7 Costanza. Nice Vander Esch. So, oh, and yeah, and then there was the hippie. Remember the stuck redemption incident? God. I just laugh at how upset I got about that. Now I would just say, well, okay, yeah, I totally steal cards. Yeah, you're right. But anyways, don't buy from me. Tell everyone you know not to buy for my breaks, please. Everyone stop buying for my breaks. Yes, I definitely steal redemptions. Oh, Ronald Jones. Coasty. So I kind of had enough, but I quit for a while, and then I was just so bored. And I thought about going back to the state, and I wanted to shoot myself, and so I was like, all right, I can't do that.
Well, and all the heartwarming messages about people who missed you.
I did get a lot of heartwarming.
Yeah.
I did.
That was being serious.
Well, because most nights I felt like everyone, like, you know, tonight, like, you mostly hear the complaints more than people being like, you know, anything else. That's like any job, I guess. Any business.
It's the world.
Yeah.
Like you just hear the,
So at a certain point, I didn't really enjoy it, and I was burnt out, and everyone was complaining about everything all the time, and yeah, but after I quit, I did get a lot of nice emails. I'm not even breaking anymore. It's not the same. I'm like, really? The CBs? What is that? I don't know what that is, Rasmus. And Armani Watts again. Another one for you. A lot of people said that, and I was like, wow, that's nice. Pretty flattering.
I never bought a spot anywhere else.
Yeah, Ryan and Jules didn't either. Oh, charge. Oh, yeah, God. Yeah, a lot of bad things happened around all the same time. When people stole $7,000 from me from chargebacks in one shot. Jeez. Ugh, thanks for bringing that up. I had forgotten. Chase Litton. There'll be some guy, like, it might not be Chase Litton, but there'll be some guy that, like that gets some chance, and then it's like all the Chase Litton Contenders is his only auto. And
yeah, like, isn't there a guy for the
like what?
Giants? There's a couple of, you know, like rookie backup quarterbacks. Oh, the Patriots have one.
Harrison Phillips. Anyway, I better stop talking about the origin story because this case sucks so far. Come on. Rosen. Saquon. Oh, really, UCCF? You're out of the group. Account canceled. No, I don't care.
Never felt so betrayed.
I know. Gallup and Smith. I know, I'm just joking. I'm not in the least bit offended by that. Now everyone gets cards. We're just going to do about half the breaks a week. UCCF leaves. You'll get more cards, but also less because we won't do as many breaks. Not even a top loader. And those guys filled a case of Transcendent and I didn't? Oh my god. I'm a failure.
They did like that thing where there's just like two 360-point top loaders that jammed all the cards in.
Yeah.
Some electrical tape around the top.
Makes you wonder, doesn't it, UCCF? Like, how does anybody... I don't understand. Like, I'll get emails from time to time that are like, man, your packaging is amazing. Thank you for packaging everything up so well. And I'm like, what is the...
Yeah.
What else would you do? We don't do anything special. It's like sleeves, top loaders, and little bubble mailers in a box. How is that not the minimum? Joe Montana, legendary Contenders to 25. It's weird. And MJ Stewart. Coasty.
Well, there was that time that the USPS put your packaging to the test.
Yeah.
I was
Several times.
Like, in breaks the one week where like it literally showed up at my door in a USPS bag that said like, we don't know what happened.
Yeah, that happens every once in a while.
And like it was like bloated and like waterlogged, and like
fish swimming out of it.
There was still like the cards were still fine.
Yeah. Come on, let's get a big cracked ice. Jerry Alexander.
I'm telling you, Jair Alexander's in every case.
Yeah.
2 again in this one.
The team bags. Another Chase Litton. Alaska.
I do too, Doc. I would always reuse the team bags. And,
oh, really?
Yeah. Or you would like send all the numbered cards in top loaders. So it's like
just take them out.
Yeah. Sweet, you got a free top loader.
Danny Etling.
Like if I ever bought boxes or whatever, it's like
DVLO. And Dante Pettis rookie roundup insert autograph redemption. Mike, he was signing those at the event we were at. It'll come soon. I saw him there. He finished. We gotta have a top guy coming up here. I don't know if this had tape on it. There's a lot of insert. Oh, what? A backwards insert that's not even numbered. I thought it was at least going to be a numbered insert. Huh.
Yeah, there's been 3 insert autographs.
Javon Wims playoff ticket for the Bears. Brenda Moncada. Oh, yeah. Another backwards insert. Oh, shoot. Oh, why did they do that to us? I thought it was going to be a dual auto. Great, I'm going to get tricked by every insert.
Every pack. 16 packs in a row.
Yeah, every single insert's backwards. Wow. Durham Smythe. It's weird that one box in the case would just be like that. Maddox for the Eagles base auto. Jared Goff. One of these times I'll turn around and it'll be like a crazy insert. Like a John Elway one. Ah, another stupid insert. Oh, no. But not this one. But not that pack.
You want to hear a funny thing about when I applied to the group?
Oh, yeah.
So, like, I don't think I watched for that long before I applied. You know, some people are like, God, you know, I've been watching on on YouTube for 8 months. Like,
yeah.
And apply. Like, I think it was like a week. You know?
Okay.
And I applied, and I didn't hear anything for a day or two or whatever. And
dang it.
I got an email, and I was like, that guy Breaking's name is Rasmus Humber? Like, that's
that's funny.
Like, that's weird.
Drew Brees playoff ticket. Yeah.
It's like, I guess, like, you know,
Saquon.
Why not? But that's, you know, that's
funny.
Kind of weird.
Yeah, I wonder how many people thought you were me, Rasmus. Or I was you, or whatever. Christopher Herndon for the Jets, UCCF.
Like, it wouldn't be the craziest thing for, like, an American to be named Erasmus, but...
It'd be pretty crazy.
It would be a little weird. Okay, Doc, I'll go through my Braves. See what I have.
Man, there's got to be something in this case. Oh, Mason Rudolph draft class. What a weird case. AJ, your Steelers. So many insert autos.
4 insert autos now.
We had a cracked ice Derwin James, right? We had one cracked ice.
Mm-hmm.
What? My iPad thinks I was talking to it. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the key. If you want to get into breaking, first you have to have a really big ego. Super overconfident ego. You have to be ready to work every minute of every day and sacrifice your family. Don't have kids. Well, just generally don't have kids, but also if you're trying to start a business. Marcus Baugh. If you have a wildly out of control ego, don't care about your family, you may have what it takes. Will Disley. AJ. And good luck competing with 200 billion other people that are already oversaturating this entire thing. Dorrance Armstrong Jr. Yeah, I mean, I haven't watched every breaker, but I'm pretty sure no one's better than me at not caring about stuff. Not acting like anything's good at all. I'm the best at that. Underselling everything. One of my calling cards. Oh, there we go. Baker Mayfield championship ticket. This case has awoken. See, Rossi, look at that beaut. Brian, the first time you got an email from a customer about anything, you would want to quit. I should just forward you all my emails. You could take care of them. Shake and bake, and I helped.
Is that the third championship ticket?
Yeah, I thought they were playoffs, but I don't know.
They're all the 49, I think.
Kind and helpful. Do you run your own business, Brian, with your thing, or you work for somebody? I don't even know. You must have your own thing. How does that work? Carson Wentz to 175.
Yeah, that was a real subtweet in the chat there.
Family business. Oh, is that the variation? Baker?
It's I don't think so.
Well, I'm not worried about you being fired, Brian. More like directly dealing with customers is what I would think you wouldn't like doing. If you were your own business, what you're doing, you'd have to. But, well, not necessarily, I guess. You could hire people for that. Brian's actually quite capable. He just plays it. He's got his image to hold up. Sam Hubbard.
Someday I'm going to break through that tough exterior.
Yeah. I have a little bit. Brian and I are kind of bros. He wouldn't dare admit it on here, but he knows when I'm feeling down, he'll send me a timely Korean curler picture and cheer me up.
Well, they have variations of all of the parallels, don't they?
That's a championship to 49, Mike.
Yeah, and I don't think it's the variation. But it's hard to tell because the background of the thing is orange and like...
Yeah. It's to 49, championship ticket. Yeah, how do you tell if that's... I think that'd be filled in orange, wouldn't it? I don't know. I can't tell the variations on them. Corey Littleton. Buccaneers, your Rams.
And the variations on things that are numbered doesn't make sense to me. There's 49 of each of them.
Well, he was saying there's 25 of the variations. That would be cool, but I don't know.
That's possible.
Championship variation is 25.
Oh, okay.
Is this Lamar Jackson? Oh, no. Jaleel Scott. Sorry. Kuna Moncada. Man, if you would have asked me about TJ, Brian, I would have said I'm not so sure about it. I can't remember what you bet. Oh, no, you bet against him anyway. Alex messaged me. He's like, TJ's going to win easily. And I was like, man, I don't know. I didn't think he was going to lose like that, obviously, but I was not very confident about it.
Were you upset with the stoppage?
No. And when he fought Cody, I thought he was going to win. Just to, it's not like like with the Dodgers, how I always think they're going to lose. It's not like because he's my guy that I think he's never going to win. Like, I didn't, Cejudo's too, who the heck knows how good Cejudo is? Do we still know? Jake Kumaro, your boy. I still don't know how good Cejudo is. Like, he could fight TJ next, if they fight again at 135 or whatever, TJ could kill him. I wouldn't be surprised. I have no idea. It's a freaking gold medal wrestler. You have to be insane to get a gold medal. Dylan Cantrell. Underdog night, yeah, it was. What's the next good UFC? There's one February, I think.
So how often are those going to happen, do you know? Like on ESPN Plus?
Yeah, like a lot. There's one couple weeks, I think.
It's weird to me that like that card would have been more profitable to them that way than as like a straight pay-per-view, but
well, it's probably when they did the deal with ESPN. ESPN's like, we want like,
you have to have a good one.
Yeah. Try to launch the thing, get people to sign up for the service.
Yeah.
Like the first Fox one had a heavyweight. It was whatever. I can see their faces, but I can't think of their names. Luke Falk, championship ticket.
Oh, is that
variation?
Like Cain?
Yeah.
Velasquez.
Yeah, Velasquez and Junior Dos Santos. It's funny because that was the same thing where it ended like really quickly. The headline fight or whatever for the first Fox card.
Yeah, like I said, that was a nightmare scenario for UFC, the last one. Like a horrible
the Hardy thing.
Disqualification and then really quick.
Man, I wish there was some good UFC stuff to break. I'd be all over it. If they had fighters from like the last couple years in there instead of dinosaurs in every single checklist. Can we have one more big card? Alvin Kamara to 175.
Every week in February?
I guess. That makes sense too. Like once you launch it, do a bunch of them so people feel like they're getting their money's worth.
Well, like I had ESPN Plus anyway, I think, for something. But like, I would never pay for basically any UFC pay-per-views. certainly not like alone. Like, oh, I'm gonna spend $100 to watch this or $70 to watch this. But
Yeah.
like, I'll watch them if they're on ESPN Plus.
Yeah.
You know.
They're still gonna have regular pay-per-views.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, I am I guess a customer that like I wouldn't otherwise be watching.
But the ones that are on ESPN Plus are ones that used to be on like the Fight Pass or the, Spike or whatever.
I guess that's
Chase Edmonds. I think. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe they won't. Maybe, like you said, there was just they just had a good first one.
Very good. Bill Romanowski. Super Bowl autograph for the Niners, Mike.
I really like those.
Yeah, those are cool.
I think they're like really collectible too.
Stub. Jalen Holmes to 92. Ticket stub. UCCF. He made it to the state wrestling tournament, Doc? Or is he just going to, like... Dang, that's pretty good.
Jacksonville.
Richard Sherman. Oh, why is Jacksonville?
That's like North Florida, not South Georgia.
Geography jokes I don't get. Yeah. He's going to break up the championship match. Josh Adams. Wow, that's pretty amazing. Making state for wrestling is impossible. At least in California. Are there not that many people?
It's a little different here, I think, for like all of that stuff.
You have to be insanely good to make state. We had TJ.
Well, and he's also young, isn't he?
I don't know.
Like, I think it's probably different than like the high school.
Oh.
I don't think he's in high school.
I think from my high school, TJ and one other guy have made state ever. It's impossible.
Yeah. When I was covering sports in Michigan.
Valdez Scantling.
Ooh, I like that.
AJ.
When I was covering sports in Michigan, the moderately sized high school that had a not really good wrestling program sent one kid in 4 years I was there or something.
I could be wrong. Maybe there's been more guys I didn't hear about, but no one's won state. I think TJ got second. We had a heavyweight. He's in he's a year older than me, but I was in a couple classes with him. He was unbelievable. They would start the match and he would just go up to the guy and throw him on the ground and pin him instantly. He's so strong.
There was this tiny little farming community right near me that was
Carlton Davis.
Wisconsin state champions or runners up. They've been for 25 of the last 30 years. There's
wow.
always
farm strong boys. Last packet of break. All right. Jeez, that was Baker Monster, a cracked ice of redemption, and the usual suspects.
Yeah, there's
it's kind of how they are, I guess.
The insert autos were all right.
24 kids from each classification. What's the population of Georgia versus California? Is California 10 times bigger? 5
Probably.
times?
Atlanta's huge though too. I
Yeah.
guess.
Doc, what's that pop out there? Oh, let me do these while you finish up the hit recap. The Baker was a big one. Contenders has the monster hits. That's the thing. It's got so expensive. 12 million in the state of Georgia. Okay, 4 times bigger. Huh. So, C. Rossi's Giants. T. Berry's Panthers. Giants and Panthers with some points. Heat recap. Baker championship ticket. Derwin James variation cracked ice for the Chargers. Cortland Sutton playoff ticket. Falk championship. Dorrance Armstrong championship. Jalen Holmes, Deron Payne stubs. Javon Wims, Van Der Esch playoffs. Barrios playoff. Jaleel Scott, Mark Walton, Ronald Jones, Anthony Miller, Michael Gallup, Carlton Davis, Josh Adams variations. There's too many variations. Chase Edmonds, Durham Smythe, Malik Jefferson, Tremaine Edmonds, Josh Sweat. We only had 2 Josh Sweats?
Mm-hmm.
Armani Watts, Valdez Scantling, Cantrell, Kumaro. And these are the
Those are all base.
base autos, yeah. Yeah, well, if you wrestle at Minnesota, you're good. That much I know.
Yeah.
Is it Iowa? Iowa has an amazing wrestling team. Romanowski, Rudolph, draft class to 49. Dante Pettis, roundup. Rosen to 49, roundup. Kerryon Johnson to 10, rookie of the year, contenders auto.
Lesnar wrestled in Minnesota.
Yeah. These are all numbered. Wow, there's a lot of numbered cards.
Well, at the back there, there's a little abbreviated hot rookies.
Oh, hot rookies. Okay. I was gonna say. That is a heck of a lot of numbered cards.